are you doing, chick? You look beautiful.
Happy fast colors and promises. How to be brave. How will I love when I'm afraid to fall? But watching you stand up tall, all of my doubts suddenly go away somehow. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid, 'cause I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. Time stands still, beauty in all she is. I will be brave, I will not let anything take away. We're standing in front of me, every breath, every hour has come to this. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid, 'cause I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. All along I believed that I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me now. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. All along I believed that I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me now. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more.
I've sang to you a million times, hundreds of love songs I've memorized. Like I'm yours and your song, no sunshine when you're gone. But I don't know you, the you that I've been singing to. In old dive bars, big dance halls, it 16, I wanted all that I had. Tell me, when did it change, or where'd we go? Now in the mirror I see someone I don't wanna be. Tell me, could we turn back? Oh, please don't go. Stop, breathe, wait a little longer. We be getting stronger. Stop, breathe for me. All I want is you in front of me. I could have another, but you're always gonna be mine. All I want is you, my everything. I don't need another, 'cause you're always gonna be mine. I don't need more time, I know where the heart is. Tell me what you need, just don't let go. We're taking all that's left to build it up again. It's gonna be a chance, but
Thank you everyone for coming tonight. Obviously everybody's travelled quite a far journey. Some people from up York, some people from Wales, Hereford, and everywhere like that. Yorkshire. Sorry. Secret Yorkshire fan there.
Excuse me.
Hang on.
Ranging.
I know. Tell you where I write it. I'd like to thank Jodie's mum and dad, obviously. Otherwise, without them, I wouldn't have a beautiful, beautiful wife. Thank you, Brian. You guys have been my second family throughout all this. When I moved up to York, honestly, I love York. And I love the hospitality that York's given me, and it's been fantastic. You've been utterly generous.
Really?
I cannot say any more about it really, because it's phenomenal. Obviously, my mum and dad, dad especially, for coming in 1990. Hey? Thought I'd throw that one in there. Sorry, Grandad. Mum, you've been a great support through my childhood years and everything. I appreciate you and love you so much. Dad, when's the rock band getting back together? Like, we could be touring and everything. I know. But honestly, I can't thank you enough for everything you've done. You brought fantastic kids, me included. But yeah.
Love you.
Love you too. Zach, you have been phenomenal.
Yay.
Honestly, today has been the most stressful day of my life. You have as kids, we were best friends, because we had miles between every other friend. But you were my best friend, and the amount of shit we got up to was unreal. Riding bikes through the garden, ruining the grass, everything like that. So all I want to say to you is thank you very much for today. You've stepped up and you have been phenomenal, and you are literally the best friend I could ever ask for. Okay, so I've got a few thank yous for random people, but it's a collective because the last couple of weeks have been stressful.
Cheers to that one.
Yes. So Ashley, Faye, Ellis, Anne, Katie, everyone for coming those late nights last week and just helping Jodie. Because without you guys, I don't know what I could turn up to. So I thank you very much for that. Like honestly, it's been really like a real grand help really. So I thank you on both sides. I just want to say, Rupert, Barnaby and Aria, fantastic kids. Fantastic kids. I can't be so much more proud of my son. Like one excellent boy today. Like just bringing the rings to us and just chilling out. Barnaby, thank you mate. Like honestly, you're awesome. And Ari, you are the beautiful girl that I've always wanted. So if I had a daughter like you, I'd be happy.
There's time.
Breathe.
So I've got a few gifts. See, Mum. Mum, here's some flowers.
Thank you very much.
These ones are from Maggie for bringing Jodie into the world. Thank you very much. I know, Brian, you got all the effort in. Now this one's a bit untraditional, but this is my sister-in-law to be. You have been Jodie's support this week. You had a few fucking arguments and shit like that, but honestly, like, you have supported her so much, okay? And you've had to deal with 3 kids at some time. A lot of the time. So you are a very strong lady, and honestly, I'm happy to give these to you. So, as everyone can tell, I was a little bit nervous earlier. A little bit. And I thank Zach for supporting that and everybody else. But as soon as I turned around and I saw Jodie, wow. Honestly, the most stunning person I've ever seen in my whole entire life, and your dress is phenomenal. So I'm really grateful to be married to you today. I can't wait for the rest of our lives together. I honestly can't. And I can't wait for the kids that we're going to create. If Rupert's fucking his boyfriend is he in? Sorry, I can't stop swearing, I'm nervous. Sorry, Granddad. If we make as perfect kids as Rupert, honestly, I'll be happy over the world.
Fill a house with them.
Fill a house with them.
Keep the Taylors going.
Yes.
Let's get baby making.
Lucy, thank you very much for coming down all the way from Barnoldswick. You've done a phenomenal job, and it's always a pleasure seeing you. Alice, thank you very much for cutting Jodie's hair the way that I like it. When she said she wanted to keep it long, I was just like, oh, really? So that was a massive surprise today, and I really appreciate what you've done. She looks beautiful. I think that's about it. The jam, sorry. Katie, phenomenal. Phenomenal amount of work. These jams are for you to take home, and the Smarties. and enjoy them, because this is phenomenal jam. I promise you, you can make a business out of this. So, good job. Love you lots. Thank you. So the next speaker is going to be Alice. Okay, I'll drop the mic and then...
She's just done a run.
So I've known I've needed to do this speech for a very long time now, but me being me, I decided to sit and do this very hungover, 2 days before this very special day. So here goes. Just so you are all aware, if you haven't seen, I'm a major crier. I'm very emotional. So you've all been warned. Wow. Where do I start, Jode? Firstly, well done for being on time, babes. So me and Jodie met when she moved miles away from her home to little old Herefordshire to be with her now husband and start their new life together. Jodie got a job working with me at Stratton Nursing Home. Big up the oldies. And you know it's going to be a great friendship when the first words exchanged are, God, you really need to sort your eyebrows out. Thanks, love. Hello. We have so many memories and stories together, from skank face dancing to me embarrassing Jodie because I have no filter. But no matter what, I know that she's always there holding my hand. Jodie, you're the peanut to my colada, the practical to my magic, my northern babe and best friend. And Dayle, what can I say? You're alright. You've both given me the best gift, which is our darling Rupert. I told you I was a crier. If I'm ever lucky enough to have my own children one day, I hope that I'm half the mum that you are. Because you're amazing. And I think we can all admit that Jodie and Dayle have done an amazing job at raising our Rupert. Thank you both for being such a huge part of my life and always being there with food on the table, a glass full of gin and tissues for my tears, even though Jodie, you ignore me when I'm crying. Thank you both for allowing me to be part of your special day. I really couldn't be any prouder of you both. Jodie, you look absolutely fit as, and Dayle, you scrub up well, don't you, love? So I'm not going to go on anymore because I all know we want to party. So if you'd all like to join me in raising a toast with our party favours. The limoncello, your little wedding favours. Can I get a hoya? Brian, you're next. You?
I can do that.
Come on, boy.
I'm Okay, hi everyone. I've got a loud mouth, big voice. Okay. So I don't know how used to we all are at speaking and doing speeches, but people do speeches in different ways. You either memorise it from scratch, use cue cards, which are quite handy because it just gives you a line and you remember that bit and then expand on it. Or if you do it like me, I like to make a mess of everything and note down every pertinent point. So I hope you've got a little bit of alcohol floating around you because you might need it. Right, I'm here. Okay. Right, so, hi, my name's Brian, you've already heard that already. I'm Jodie's father, and she calls me Dad to my face. But anyway, you guys can call me Brian or whatever else you so choose by the end of the evening. First of all, I'd like to welcome all our family and friends, Paul and Lorraine, Dale's parents, as well as the rest of our very special guests who took the time to share in this joyous day. I'd like to thank the registrar for the moving wedding ceremony that joined Dayle and Jodie together for eternity. And that's a fingers crossed eternity. I've created a bit of a Gemini theme to this speech, given that both the bride and her father are typical of that trait. And hopefully the rationale will become evident. But what's a Geminian? Flexible, extroverted and clever. There's never a dull moment when they're around, and the downside being they're loud. Everybody can hear me without that microphone, can't you? Yeah. Right. So the story began on the 18th of June 1992 when my beautiful second daughter was born. On my birthday. Right, so hence the Geminian bit. Who could wish, what a present, who could wish for anything better than that? And there's an even bigger plus to me. From that day forward, all my birthdays stopped. I've been 40 something now for the last years. Right. Gemini, typical examples, very briefly. Flexible. Today, this lady can turn her hand to just about anything. There's nothing that's too much trouble, no task too large, it doesn't matter who's asking for the help. And she even manages Dayle very well. Extroverted, outgoing, socially confident, engages with people. This is the lady that pissed off to Africa in the middle of bloody nowhere for 3 months, helping out underprivileged children. That's typical Jodie. And clever. Well, what can I say? She gets that from her dad. Which is also where she gets the loud, I'm afraid. Anyway, we're going to sort of sum a few. I thought really, really hard, and it's childhood memories, and she's not exactly a spring chicken, so there have been quite a few, but I'll try and relate to, childhood memories. They were all fantastic. She's been my soulmate all her life. I can rant on about our experience together, but it isn't. Instead, I'll just try to let some of the fun time we've had globe-trotting as a family. Most of you know that we caravan a lot, and a lot of our experience has been in this country or abroad in the caravan. But here's a typical Jodieism. Now you've got to listen to this one. We pulled the caravan all the way through England, so we go from York all the way down to to Dover, cross the channel into Calais, and drive down into the Loire Valley. Probably about 500 miles one way. Right, so, and typically as soon as we get the caravan there, they're off. They've gone, we've got on site and they've disappeared to explore. So my guess here is that we've been on this site about 30 minutes. We haven't even got the awning up, and guess what? Up trundles Jodie. Here she comes, with another little girl stood next to her, asking if she can have a sleepover. We're in the middle of bleeding France, we've been there half an hour and she wants a sleepover already. We used to call her the sleepover queen, I really mean it. But we are in a caravan in the middle of France. I mean, sleepovers, we had as many as 13 kids and sleeping bags and all trundled into one little room at the back. In the what we used to call the playroom. It was somebody else's dining room, but we just used to throw the kids in and lock the door. But Jodie, typical Jodie, open the French windows, trim up the lights outside on what was supposed to be a sunbathing trap for me and Mum. But next new, she's put lights up on it and she's got it as a stage and she's organised some sort of theatre play of some description. But again, that's Jodie. Anyway, those are the days growing up. Unfortunately though, they do grow up. They disappear to college and ultimately to university. This one being in Southampton. She couldn't get any further away. She tried hard, but she got Southampton. And what happens next? She bumps into somebody called Dayle. These two have been through lots together, to be fair. They both moved up north that Dayle briefly touched on before. They stayed with Maggie and I, and we loved them being there. But when they got up there, they were both bloody jobless, and they both ended up working at Vodka Rebs. Doing absolutely ludicrous shifts until about 5 AM 7 days a week. And ultimately for peanuts. Credit to Dayle though, he'd still get out of bed as soon as he could to help me landscape the garden, fell the trees, fence posts, etc, etc. We did a lot of that, mate, didn't we?
A lot of it.
We can use chainsaws.
Not safely, but we can use chainsaws.
I didn't mention safety, I didn't. Safety rule, forget that one. We've been good friends ever since those days. And when he finally asked me for my daughter's hand in marriage, I had no hesitation. Dayle, I love you. There's one more little story that I must share before I conclude. See, I'm getting through it. It's in big font. You see, might have fooled you all. It's in big font. It's not that bad. So one more little story before I conclude. Maggie and I were talking, and we just recalled this one. We were chatting one day on holiday, but like you do, driving away, trying to keep the kids entertained, keep them quiet and all so. So we decided, we asked each of our 3 children, who were all here of course, what they wanted to be when they grew up. Right, so Alex wanted to be an archaeologist. How did that work out, Al? Michael wanted to be a fireman. Wee wah, how did that go?
Injuries.
And then it was Jodie's turn. And guess what Jodie said? I want to be a mummy. And that's as true as I stand here. And I hope it makes her embarrassed, because that's what she said. I want to be a mummy. Which brings me nicely on to the latest bundle of sunshine, Rupert. Welcome to the world, Rupert. And I hope you give your mummy and daddy as much joy as they've given us. Nearly there, I just need to talk briefly about a woman-man relationship that we were told would never last. Yet I love her as much today. As I did on our wedding day 30 years ago. Thank you, Maggie, for being part of raising Jodie to this beautiful woman she is today. I can only hope that Jodie and Dayle's union is as beautiful and eventful as ours has been. Please, will you all stand and join me in a toast to the happy couple. Jodie's been the light of my life for the past 29 years, and today I hand her over to Dayle. I know he will love and cherish every bit as much as I do. And a toast to a happy and healthy life, full of endless love and laughter. Jodie and Dayle. My job is done. Took me forever to roll this before. Who am I handing over to? Zach who?
Here he is.
Is this Zach? You're going over there? You want me to bong the gong if I can? Good luck, mate.
Nothing you was right, didn't I? Trying to keep it in for the speech. Hello, Taylor Wedding Party 2021! Thanks, Dayle and Brian, for their brilliant speeches. Let's keep this speech like a mini skirt. Long enough to cover the essentials, and short enough to keep your attention. Just to let you know, I'm not very good at public speaking. I read a thing that actually says that public speaking in front of a crowd is considered the #1 fear of the average person. I find that amazing because the #2 was death. That means to the average person, if you have to be at a funeral, you would rather be in the coffin than doing the eulogy. I like that. So with that, I'll give it a go. Luckily for me, I'm the best man and you have to laugh or cry. I mean, try do both. Can I also say that writing this speech was going okay, up to the point of which Jodie mentioned to me the speeches were being filmed. Which is great for me. Now I really have to make this unforgettable. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Zach, Dayle's younger but not youngest brother. If it's not obvious yet, I'm the best man. Oh no, that's the full stop there. So I was carrying on then. For Dayle, it was a difficult decision to make. 2 brothers, but only one could be best man. He tried to choose, but in the end, Jake and I drew straws, and I lost. It's an absolute privilege to be asked to be Dayle's best man. There's nothing stronger than a brother's bond. Even though half of your life, all you did was beat the crap out of each other, I think Dayle is my best friend. Sad I know that even though there's been distance in our lives, we always seem to carry on where we left off. Next page. Sorry, big font, so Right, before I go on, I need to do the admin. I'd like to thank on behalf of everyone here, in case Dayle hasn't mentioned, which he didn't, the staff here at the Knightor Winery for the excellent service we've had today.
Yeah.
And to everyone who has helped organise this special day for these amazing people. Don't forget the itinerary people. I'd also like to thank the parents of both Dayle and Jodie. You all look amazing, and I'm really surprised you've stayed sober till now. Thanks to the bridesmaids, bridesmaids, and the groomsmen. You've been excellent, and you all look great. It must have been so nice to be able to sit down, nerve-free, sipping on your champagne, whilst I give this speech. Just one last thing. Special shout out to Morgan for his flower throwing. It was very extra. You go, girl.
My man.
Right, I'd like to read out some messages and cards from friends and family, those who couldn't be here. It's not a guessing game. I just won't say who it's from until the end. Dear Dayle, Jodie and Rupert, I apologise for being unable to celebrate your wedding day with you, but Nigel is less hip-hop these days and more hip-hop, having an operation booked in the last week of the month. We wish you a lifetime of happiness and joy. We look forward to seeing photos and videos, especially of this speech. Lots of love, have fun, love Grandma and Nigel. That's my grandma. To Jodie and Dayle, I vividly remember some 9 years ago meeting you both for the first time. You were so welcoming, honest and caring, both to those around you and towards each other. You were also generous in your patience and in your support. I owe you both a great deal. So very much has changed over the last decade, but never for a second have I doubted your enduring commitment to each other. I'm sorry for not being here today to celebrate with you, but I know that there is a lifetime of celebration to come. Secondly, I speak for Jo, who has far better reasons for not being here with you today than I do. She was your biggest fan and most passionate supporter. I know that if she saw you both today with young Rupert, she would be overflowing with pride and joy. So in our absence, we raise a glass, and I hope everybody else does too. All my love, Floss. Right then, Dayle. I know it's a bit emotional. We have been very close whilst growing up, even if at the time it didn't seem so. Experiencing so many things together, here's a few memory joggers for Dayle and an insight for everybody else. Dayle and I used to share a room for quite a long time growing up. The first time sharing a room, Mum and Dad had put a 3-foot plastic divider up each of our halves, and I'm guessing to prevent me from getting hurt from Dale's big brother's antics, or for me rooting through all of Dale's stolen stationery that he had collected from our primary school. Which after Dad's reaction finding out, he was lucky to escape without serving time behind bars. Which as kids we would always be threatened with. Despite our 4-year age gap, Dayle reluctantly still gave me a fraction of his time. The divider, despite protecting us from one another, gave us ideas to play. We had set our wooden brio trains set out, 1/8 my side and the rest in Dale's. He would pass the trains through the gaps and the makeshift divider to me on the other side, and I would push them back to him. Sounds incredibly boring thinking about it back in it now. But we would play for hours until one of us decided enough was enough, and it ended up with trains being thrown round and Dayle crying. Because he loves trains. If it wasn't trains that we played with, we would make water slides down in the garden and adapt them every year. One year we had a family barbecue, and Dayle and I, being hilarious, thought it would be a great idea to get extra speed by transforming our shorts into thongs. Sliding down it with our bare ass cheeks on show, it sure did not go down well with our aunties at the time. Because it was inappropriate, and mainly because we were in our 20s. We invented a new thrill-seeker experience. It was called shelling. And for those of you who haven't experienced this thrill, it's very simple. It's 2 shell sandpits rubbed up with wax, and we'd slide them bad boys down the top of bracken in a crater in a field next to our family home. It was the talk of the town, with kids at our school asking if they could come round and go shelling. Words that only be heard in the country. Believe it or not, Dayle and I, growing up, made a good team for talking to girls. We started at a young age from just learning how to ride our bikes without stabilisers at my granddad's house and doing tricks past the neighbour's daughter's house. We progressed into our teens, managed to make family holidays into somewhat of a lad's holiday. On one particular family holiday, Dayle and I succeeded in the big brother, little brother combo after years of trial and error. We both met girls after one of those cheesy caravan club nights, and we both managed to score a cheeky snog with them afterwards. Little did we know, it turned out they were sisters, which either means we were really good or we got played our own game. So, I'm not sure who the winner is here.
Yeah.
What a good time. Sorry, Sean. No.
Too late.
Yeah, too late. Playing and listening to music was the biggest passion we had as kids. Growing up, we both learned how to play drums at our family friend's house. Shortly after that, I took up playing guitar, which was great because all I wanted to do was jam and play music together. For a big part of our life, we used to play in a church band. It was incredible to think we were only in our early teens, playing to hundreds of people and sounding absolute mint. Having both an interest in music meant we had similar tastes for genre, which came apparent to our parents when we would play our heavy metal so loud, they'd be banging on the ceiling and telling us to shut the hell up. Shut the hell up! Some things will never change. It's still about now. I've lost count of the amount of heavy metal gigs and concerts we've been to, which are some of the greatest times we've had. It would either involve us getting too drunk and missing headline bands, or Jodie starting crash mosh pits at the back of the gig for all those that was too scared to go in with Dayle and I. Or losing stuff. For example, half of Dale's ear. Which at the time, I was more concerned with where my shoe was, not his ear hanging off. But for me, watching my brother grow up and me never being able to catch up was so annoying. Well, no. Stop drinking water.
Yeah. I knew that bit would get me as well. It's so annoying.
I always wanted to do what he was doing. When he moved down to Southampton for uni, I wanted to follow him. That's how I feel, Rupert, honestly. To not have him around to pick fun of me and to be at my side whenever I was feeling down was really hard. But every cloud is a silver lining. Because if he didn't leave and pursue what he wanted, it would have meant he would never have met Jodie. It was a bumpy start for those two, but Dale's always complaining about other girls to her, which left Jodie to sympathise with him, and hiding the fact that she really bloody liked him. Until the day he realised the woman he was looking for was staring at him in the face. To see them both fall in love, grow and develop into the couple, I know it says they are today, is amazing. They are both incredible parents to my favourite and only nephew Rupert, and now finally married. Oh, well, now Jodie. I never wanted a sister. I've only just got used to having Tia as one. But you married her. Oh yeah, sorry. Thanks for that. You be you. Just not with us. But you marrying Dayle means now I have two. And I also have to be nice. It is hard to not be nice when you look incredible today. Also, when you put up with more crap than any other sister-in-law should do. So for that, I thank you. Right. My marriage advice. I'm not married, but I have some brilliant advice for you. So, Jodie, could you put your hand on the table in front of me, please? Now, Dayle, please place your hand on top of this. Take it all in, Dayle. It's nice, isn't it? But this is an example that for the first and last time in your marriage, you will have the upper hand. I do hope that Dayle and Jodie enjoy their honeymoon in Wales. I assume that's where they're going anyway. When I asked Dayle what he was doing after the wedding, he said he was going to go bang her for a fortnight. Now, some of you in the back just getting it now. Not being aware of me much. Now, that's enough from me. Now, I'd like you all to get to your feet. And toast the new Mr. and Mrs. Taylors. Cheers, thank you, good night, and God bless.
Hey, well done, Zach.
Let's get real drunk.
After that cry,
All I want is you in front of me. I don't need another, 'cause you're always gonna be my home. I don't need another, 'cause you're always gonna be my home. I gotta be honest, I'm feeling tired tonight. But the look in your eyes got me feeling alive inside. Every moment, here and now with you. No, nothing is better with you, I feel brand new. You and I can run away till we take flight. Nothing in our sight can take away what we can do tonight. Can take away what we can do tonight. Gotta be honest, I'm feeling tired tonight. But the look in your eyes got me feeling alive inside. You and I can run away till we take flight. Nothing in our sight can take away what we can do tonight. Do tonight.